guys. So...
Let me just post something.
You just need to post something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me just hope this loads. Oh, shit. What?
Oh, we got the wrong names. Okay. So... there's some stuff we need to go back over. I made a slight mistake with something, but we're not too far gone. We'll bring it up when it comes up, I think. It's not super relevant at the very start. It's bound to become relevant. Who wants to account for your actions? Anybody? No? Everybody's gonna plead the fifth.
So like, we ain't done nothing.
We ain't done nothing.
Okay, alright. That's two people who deny things categorically. How about you, Heracles? How do you feel about what happened?
Well, you see, what happened was Heracles finally met up with Gorrlin and Chuck. And they seemed like all right people. They told him about some shady things and some people they hired that murdered random people and set fire to a house and probably killed some children and like just farmers. And it sounded sketchy. They're like, should we keep these people? And my initial reaction was, no, I don't want someone with a goddamn gun that apparently killed innocent people behind me. So they excused those people, and we got our ideas wrapped around that we would talk to this merchant, Denzilee, and get him to hire us to get us over to the frogs. And if he was doing any shady dealings, we would be his only backup, and we could pressure him, maybe kill him. But the idea was to get on the boat and go to the frog people. And Gorrlin, he apparently went and found this nice club, made a impression of being a well-to-do person, and he got us in there to speak to Denzilee. And we started talking to this guy, and he started applying some pressure and showed them that they had a warrant basically out for their arrest or some things of the like. And Chuck showed him that he had like some merchandise that was owned or what have you. Gorrlin did not like having a warrant being waved around with his name on it. So he went kind of like after them, like pinning them, and a bunch of goons came out and it started getting hairy, and then all of a sudden a bunch of fucking crazy smoke shit came out of nowhere. I grabbed Denzilee, told him that there's like a fire or some bullshit going on, and I ran out. And Gorrlin and Chuck run out too. Yeah. And then there's these guards, apparently, that are looking for them. I left those assholes, because obviously they're murdering psychopaths.
Yeah.
And they eat babies.
Now that you've said it like that, I can see how a normal person might think that we actually did a lot of the stuff that our hirelings did, and we're just trying to blame them.
Yeah, it might look like that, like an outsider.
We look like accomplices, but that's just because it's true.
It's complicated, yeah.
Yeah. Now we ain't said burn down the house full of children. They did that on day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Yeah, Chuck threw some sort of strange greenish beads at the ground, and
Mardi Gras.
yeah, and everybody started choking and gasping, and it felt horrible. Now I described it as corrosive, but that was actually incorrect. I mean, it's a green gas, and so I just assumed via comic book rules that a green gas is acid, but that was not the case. It did harm you. You did take harm from it. So that is a thing. It was choking you. You felt your lungs burning as you sucked the air in. But you made it out. Everyone else collapsed around you. Heracles grabbed up Denzilee and made up his way up out of the street. But Gorrlin and Chuck, you were called out by a group of 5 people. Well, okay, by a group of 5 people hunting you from the town where you first caused some trouble. Apparently, there's a warrant out for your arrest, as we discovered last time. Something about murder, mayhem, spilling blood, that kind of thing. And these people have been hunting you for some time. And they're demanding your surrender. The 2 of you decided to square off against them to, A, protect Heracles' escape, and take care of the other 2 people that are with them. So there's 7 in total. And those other 2 people are, in fact, those hirelings, Bamin and Philmont.
Philmont. Kerr.
So how we're going to start... Okay, how we're going to start is... The 3 of you went running out of the club. And the name of that club was the Drowning Goose. There was mayhem. People were scrambling, violence and strange gases and everything else, causing everyone to scramble. And 3 of you go running out the door. And we hear the yelling from outside, but our camera stays inside the now, desolate club. Tables turned over. Tablecloths ripped off, and furniture, silverware, food, plates scattered around the ground. But we come back up to the balcony, and there's that green cloud where you left 10 bodies to die in that cloud.
They were alive.
They are alive.
They were.
And the cloud is thick and green and swirling and slowly spreading and thinning. And as it thins, we see the shapes of these bodies lumped on the ground. But then there's some movement. And you hear a cackling sound, like someone laughing maniacally. And then we cut immediately to Heracles running up the street. Denzilee over your shoulder. And he's banging at you, right? And he's like, "Put me down, you bastard!" He's like, "I didn't know this was the deal. I'll pay you double. What are they paying you?"
I think I'm just running, so I get us as far away from the mayhem and the screaming of people, right?
Yeah.
And duck into an alley, and toss them down against a wall. Stay and look at him first.
Hits the wall with sort of a thud sound, and slams on the ground, and his breath is knocked out of him.
What deal?
And he says, "The deal, you dope! Double crossing? Of course they'd use someone like you. Look, whatever he's giving you, Whatever my suit is paying you, I will pay you double. You just let me go. Okay? I mean, you're an assassin? What can they have over you?
Got a better deal for you.
And he sort of like curls away from you.
You get me out of here. Whatever Masood's having planned here, I want out of it. You take me over to your frog people. You take me over into the swamps. Leave me there. We need to get out of here. Whatever the hell's going on.
So he like stops, expecting for you to be like, I have a better deal, and then you like snap his head in, right? Crash his head in. And he like peeks out at you from the corner of his eyes, and then he turns at you and he says, wait, you, what do you mean whatever he's got planned?
Dude, do you honestly, I have no idea what deal you're actually talking about. Me and my friends were honestly there looking to help you, and now apparently they're madmen.
But you had the writ, you don't. Bastards. We need to go. You're right, we need to get out. Swamp. Okay, I have contacts. That's a fine place. You get me to the docks. We'll deal later. Did you get the documents? And he's like,
They're still
looking at
they're
you.
still inside. They were on your table. And then Gorrlin.
We're all dead men. We're all dead men. And he looks like he's starting to panic. I think Heracles. He's pulling a Bill Paxton. Rest in peace. He's game over, man. What do you do as he starts like, oh, we're all going to die. It doesn't matter where we go.
I think I grab him, I slam against the fucking wall. I grab my amulet, right? The amulet of the black skull of death. You listen to me. If you want any hope, any chance of making it out alive, you shut your mouth, you follow me, and you get us the fuck out of here.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do a Defy Danger Charisma. Unless you have a move related to, like, invoking the name of your god. I mean, you do have moves for that, but yeah, you're not doing offerings.
I mean, I could just do my other move, bend bar lift.
Bin bars, lift Denzilees. Okay, yeah, let's just Defy Danger Charisma. A 9. Okay. Yeah, okay. He's coming along with you. He gets his shit together, right? But it's not because he trusts you, right, or anything like that. He's still super suspicious of you and everything. It's because he's afraid of you, right? Which is its own set of problems. Yeah.
I mean, I would be afraid of me too.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, okay, just get me to the docks, fine. Yeah. Sure. That seems good to me. And you grab him up and you go.
I head to I head to the taco arena first.
Okay.
Grab my weapons.
Yeah.
Crap. No, don't put them there.
Well,
wait, you
those-
left them with the dude, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Never mind.
yeah. Hasim's tacos. And he sees you coming up, and he looks flabbergasted. You're carrying Denzilee and stuff. And at first, you can see at first he wants to be like, "We had a deal," but it also looks like you're saving him or something. So, I mean, do you just like grab your weapons? Do you say anything to him before you go, or you just like get your weapons and go? Denzilee would vouch for you. He'd be like, "Look, we're fine. Just give him the weapons."
I would get my weapons, and I look at Hasim. Just tell him. We never came here.
No one ever does.
Yeah, I guess, like, I turn... Baron's probably here still eating tacos.
Sure, yeah.
Like, turn over to him, it's like, come on, you know the drill.
Yeah. He's like, "Wait, man, I got a pineapple barbacoa. Damn it." And he comes with you. So, and you guys go running up the street. Toward the docks, and oh no, we lost Enrique like a second ago. Oh no, that's bad. Uh-oh.
Man, that looks really trippy on Twitch.
Well, we gotta get back to you guys and see if people get shot to death. I mean, certainly some people are going to die. Did you think about where you've stashed your weapons though, Chuck?
Yeah. I think it doesn't really matter where, like an alley across the street, right? Because I had to leave Louis somewhere too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just gonna be like, I got nah, Louis, you gonna stay here with the weapons and all that, all this here shit. You just like he can't guard it, right? I didn't train him to do that. If he doesn't want to, he's just not going to, because who's gonna stop a 15-foot alligator?
Right.
But like I'm it's basically like, Louis, you lay low here, and we gonna get you some more of them there. The pineapple barbacoa taco, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, let's look at your animal companion here.
I mean, I'm basically just leaving him with the stuff. If he gators off, he gators off. I can't say.
Fight monsters and hunt. No, that's well enough. Let's well, this is about having a cunning plan. It's kind of also about, well, you can't tell him to do that. You don't have him trained for that. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
care about
I'm
that.
just saying, like, stay here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a defy danger with your intelligence to see what the situation of your weapons and stuff are. Like, this is also like, did we put them in the right place for where we're getting caught out now?
Yeah.
Right.
I get. Man, I had the option. Mine. It's fine. Whatever. Then re-roll that, cause fucking shit. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's twice as good as the first roll.
That is twice as good. You are objectively correct. What kind of move am I going to make about that? It's not the swamps. Where are we?
The bad guys all die, and Chuck is a hero.
I'm not sure that's it. Oh, now I can't find my handout. Hang on. I mean, whatever it is, you're not going to find out about it until you go there. There it is.
Yeah. Great. Well, so here's my question. They pointed at Gorrlin, right? Like he's the wanted one, right? It's Gorrlin plus accomplices. Now I guess sure these losers that we hired and then fired could rat us out. But I will see this is hard because Enrique's not here now. Right? Like I was gonna be like, you know, Enrique, go distract them in some fashion, and then I'll bam gas marble them. But he's not here.
Well, I'm not sure what's up. Maybe. Okay, maybe we'll take a break here and see if we can't get him reconnected. It's a little early. We're only 30 minutes in, but yeah, we'll take a break here and go long before the second break and try to get Enrique back together. So. Okay, let's get back to this thing. Welcome back, Enrique.
Thank you very much.
We missed you.
Just gonna take a while for my Roll20 load nightmare. But oh my god. Yeah, I don't know why I cannot accept your video, man. Every time I do it, like, it fucks my PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you're too good looking for my PC. You can take it. Too much charm.
Okay, well, we got you back. We did a little roll.
To see if I lived. Oh my days.
Oh my gosh. No, not quite.
We maybe didn't stash our weapons in the best spot.
Okay. Where did you stash the weapons?
In the alley across the street.
Oh yeah, it's good. Behind the guards. Yeah?
Yeah. See, the problem there is I rolled a 4. Something.
Something bad's gonna happen. Well, let's get back to you guys. So I was gonna start it one way if Enrique wasn't gonna be able to make it back, but I'm gonna start it a different way. And the way I'm gonna start it is you guys come out, you're unarmed and you're caught off. All of a sudden, you hear the cry, the yell out. So let me re-describe these guys. I think I described them as 5 knights, and that's not entirely accurate. There's one guy definitely in like heavy armor, right? And he has a big lance, and he's kind of leading the whole thing. And he's the guy who yells out to you, right? Like, you know, surrender yourselves, all that kind of stuff. And then he's flanked on either side by a couple of dudes. They're not in nearly as heavy armor. They look like town guards from Hikerton, that first town. You know, they're just guards. And they've got arming swords. But they are on horseback also. And then behind there are 2 more guys, right? That look like woodsmen, hunters, something like that. And they have bows, knocked and ready, right? And then bringing up the backmost flank are Bombing and Philmont. Well, they're not backmost; they're kind of equal with the archers. Which brings us to our first issue, because they both have their strange weapons raised and armed on their shoulders. Their arquebus. And when we cut back to the 2 of you, we cut back immediately to the sound of a loud bang. As the knight has called you to stop, you stop for a second and see this scene of 7 people riding down on you. But Bombing and Philmont, being who they are, they don't wait for explanations. They shoot first. Blam! And you are fired at by rifles. What do you guys do?
Like fuckers.
I'm gonna grab Chuck. How bad is the smoke inside the building? Is it up to the door or like inside it?
It's not filling the whole building. It's not billowing out or anything. It kind of just stayed in that immediate area where he threw down the thing. So.
Yeah. I'm grabbing Chuck and pulling him inside. I don't care what he does.
What if we like go into the alleys or something instead?
Oh. Well, but that, like, we just left the building, so it's easier to go in the building than to run into an alley.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's do that then.
So you want to head back into the building?
Yeah, it's like a couple steps, right?
Well, hold up. Are we gonna like choke to death in the
No.
fog?
No, like I said, I mean, there was like 2 layers, right? There was the ground floor, and then there was the upper balcony. That's where you guys were.
Yeah. Okay.
So that smoke kind of stayed in just that area. It's not a huge area that it filled up, but
it's all right. I got more.
Yeah, the place itself is pretty large, so it's not anywhere near. You don't even see it. Well, let's have you both Well, it sounds like you're working together, actually. So I think that... Well, I don't care which one. Either one of you can roll dex and the other one can aid.
How springy is your character? I'm not very springy.
On a scale of 0 to 20, I would say 16.
Okay, yeah, then I'm aiding him. I tried to carry him, but he ended up pulling me, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
No. You go and dive through the door like you're diving into swamp. See,
That sounds like a bad plan.
that's all Chuck had bad plans. So I don't know why you're surprised.
All right, Gorrlin. Roll to aid Chuck in your flight.
So that would be a +1. So it's the same as this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I know what that'll be, but let's have Chuck roll first. You get that +1 with you. Let's see how bad it is.
10. It's a 10.
It's a 10. So you get by. The shots ring out, and they hit the door. Splinters and wood go flying off. But you guys are back inside the place. But Gorrlin, when you get inside, you and Chuck dive through the door like you're diving into a swamp, whatever that means. You dive a little further, Gorrlin, than he does. He's just on the other side of the door. You get into this like entry hallway area sort of thing. It's fairly wide. I mean, it's like 15, 20 feet wide, right? It's not a narrow hallway because this is where people come in. This is the grand entrance, right? And you would, check your coats and stuff like that there. But as you roll in and you stand up, you see...
Oh shit.
You see a line of figures standing at the end of the grand entrance. So there's sort of this short hallway, right? And the door is over here. You guys are like on this side. And then where that hallway opens up into the rest of the like dining hall, there are 10 figures, sort of shadowed, just standing there. And they're kind of shifting, and you hear a little chuckle come from one of them, like sort of a.
I say to Chuck, from the frying pan straight into the fire.
Yeah, you're right.
I give Chuck, I give you these 2 weapons. I'm gonna say, my friend, use it well, but don't use on those chaps there. I'm gonna talk to them.
Wait, what weapons?
I got 2 pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you
have,
like
like
them.
the stuff to use them though, like.
Yeah. Small problem is they have been fired.
Oh, he fired like 4 times on me, man.
Well, they fired twice.
So
He fired 1 from each hand, right? He shot you twice, 1 from each hand. Now these are like flintlock
he shot him
thingies.
twice from each hand, man. Twice from both hands, man. I remember I rolled a lot.
You did roll a bunch of dice, but that's because of the nature of the move. He did not roll. He dealt damage to you twice. Yeah.
Okay, sure it's not like 2 barrels or something.
Well, these things
It's
are
not.
great, except for the fact where we don't have ammo. Got
Yeah. Now you can still like use them as a club. I mean, they're big, heavy flintlock pistols.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a hand weapon, right? But it's not nothing, right? It's not you just trying to like kung fu people, swamp fu or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Swamp fu. Good. Yeah. So Gorrlin, the light is on you. You hand him one of those pistols.
Yep.
And you want to
I
go
do that.
talk to these guys at the end of the hallway?
I'm gonna talk to the sheriff and the posse.
Oh, you mean the knights outside? Okay.
No, the sheriff and the posse, man. Let's make it atmospheric.
Okay, the sheriff and the posse. I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
I say like, I don't know what your fucking ball made to them, but let's get out of here. And I say something akin to, I'll try to bring their attention to me. You go help the barbarian guy. I need you to help Heracles. Grab our stuff. I'll take the blame of everything, yeah? Try to get out of here and help the frog people.
Okay.
So
Well,
wait,
Gorrlin,
you're gonna like
Yeah,
you're like turning yourself in.
Yes.
I mean, okay, that's fine because we're just gonna bust you out later. That's
Okay.
what you mean.
So, Gorrlin, you're just going to walk out unarmed and be like, I surrender.
I would make it more flavor than that. And I'm gonna go there and challenge them, give them some attitude, if you like to put it like this.
Well, describe it to me. So you guys are inside this hallway, and they're riding up. You hear the sheriff outside, as you're calling him. And he says, come out, you bastards! First you hear him say, like, no more shooting! And he says, come out and surrender! What do you do, Gorrlin?
Okay, so they are implying that they want Chuck as well, right?
Oh yeah. It was the plural form of bastard, bastardos.
Okay, so what are the walls made of, by any chance?
The walls of this building, the outer walls are definitely brick.
Fuck.
Yeah, and you're kind of at the outer wall. Inner walls are probably made of wood, right? Or maybe some kind of like cob or something. But yeah, bursting through like the Kool-Aid Man would be a difficult procedure indeed. But you're just the fella for that kind of procedure. I will say that it's not impossible.
Yeah. Gonna try to go through the wall, make a wall for Chuck to live, and then I surrender myself.
What the fuck?
Okay, I mean, it's a big doorway that you're at. So what do you mean by make another wall for him to leave? It's not a narrow house. The side of the house where the
Gonna open a hole on the side.
So that
side wall.
That would involve you getting to the sides of the building, right? So the building is sort of long, right? And you guys are like,
I see.
So you'd have to like break through wall, break through wall, break through wall. We're talking about a Terminator 2 situation, right? You're trying to save Sarah Connor by breaking through like 4 or 5 walls to get to the very edge of the building. I mean, you can do that. You're just not going to be meeting their demands. It's going to take you a minute to bust through that many walls.
Shucks.
So what about this, Enrique? What if you go out and you, I don't know how, right? I trust you to come up with that part, but you do some kind of distraction, right? That counts as aiding Chuck to just sneak out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds perfect. I'm gonna get myself ready, and I'm gonna storm. I say, good idea, Chucks. And I storm out of there like frothing fury, unarmed, hands up as well.
Okay, so do you look like you're surrendering, or do you look like you're attacking with frothing fury?
I have like my arms stretched upwards, like in the sign of surrender.
Okay.
But I have a defiant spirit.
He looks confusing, which is exactly what we needed.
Perfect. Yeah, I come out. What is this? What attempted murder is this?
Okay. Yeah, that is going to be Defy Danger Charisma. Now, I don't think you're pursuing an appetite either way, but let's just double check those.
Fame and glory, yeah. I'm definitely going for fame and glory, man.
So, how do you like invoke your fame and glory to them?
Do you know who the hell I am? Huh? Pork chop? Do you know who I am? You're trying to murder a master of the college of the color dancers. That's how you want to proceed?
Okay.
That's how you want to start?
Yeah.
Because I can tell how you end. You end with a head on a spike.
All right. Yeah, that's an appetite. So you're still rolling charisma, but you can roll it with your appetite.
Okay. Appetite is 1d6. So roll 1d6 and 1d8.
Oh. Oh god, that's like the worst possible roll you could get.
Yep.
Okay, Chuck. So he goes out and he's got his hands raised, right? And he's like, "You know who the hell I am," and everything. And as he's walking out, you hear a voice from the hallway. Those guys standing there, and you hear one of them say, "Hey, those are mine."
It's the guy, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's the so Denzilee had that bodyguard, right?
Yeah.
And now they're moving up the hall towards you. And he's like, "You should have stole those." And they are moving in, Chuck. Yeah, he says, "That's against the law!" And they start running up the hallway. What do you do?
Yeah, so I guess like when he's like, "Those are mine," and they start running or whatever, just look down at the pistols, right? And just, okay, yeah, you're right. And I want to throw like right at his face, right? And then just bolt out the door and go like the opposite direction that Gorrlin went. You feel me?
Sure. Yeah, so, yeah, that's a defy danger dexterity. Just haul ass out of there.
Come on, Chuck.
Mother of God. Sweet Harry. Baby Jesus. Well, shit hits the fan. So, Gorrlin, you walk out and you're like, "You know who I am," all that stuff. And the sheriff starts out, "It matters not." And he's like, "Now, put down your arms and surrender yourself." And that's where you hear the screaming, right? "That's against the law!" And Chuck comes barreling out of the door. And the knights and everybody are startled. So Chuck, you go running. One of the hunters takes a shot. And the arrow, it doesn't harm you. It doesn't deal damage to you. But it does, like, stutter your step for a second. You kind of stumble, but you keep moving. And then the doors are blown open, right, entirely. And 10 cackling madmen come running out. They've all got big smiles or, they're all acting utterly insane, right? They either have a big smile, or they're laughing, or they're hooting, or they're weeping openly, right? Or tearing at their hair as they come running. And yeah, Gorrlin and Chuck, you stumble, and one of them leaps and grabs you, and grabs you by the leg and like sort of leg tackles you, and you go sprawling down. And Gorrlin, like 2 or 3 of them just pounce and hit you, and you go sprawling down. And the knight's horse like rears up as the rest of them go plowing into those guys, the sheriff and his posse. What do you guys do?
Okay, so I know I rolled a 4 like earlier, a different 4.
Yes.
So I mean maybe he's not there because Louis is kind of a fucker. But I guess when this happens, right, I'm wrestling with this dude on the ground, like whatever, and just, Louis, get your ass over here right now. We've got some ass to kick.
So you call out for Louis to come. Yeah, no. Yeah, Louis is gonna come around the corner. He's totally there. You will have to roll plus wisdom. Let's see if Louis can break around the corner and get in here and help you.
Come on!
I mean, you still have.
Dog.
Are you out of luck?
I have one more, but I get -1 ongoing.
Uh,
And I don't know if this is the clutch roll yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna re-roll that because I don't know if we can survive anymore.
yeah.
Oh, we cannot survive with you having a -1, man.
There we go.
There you go.
It's too late.
So you call out to Louis, and what makes you such a fool is that you call out to where you had him before, but he comes from the other alleyway, and he's like, over here, dumbass. That hiding spot was garbage. But he is there to help you fend off this guy who's just like, I mean, he doesn't have weapons in his hands. He just has his bare hands, and he's trying to like gnash at you and just claw at you and stuff. He doesn't even have claws. He's just trying to like tear at your face. But Louis jumping in to help you. What do you do to fight this guy off?
So I guess like, I don't know. I guess I'll just like grab a rock up off the ground because I ain't got no weapons still.
Okay.
Just kind of like smash him in the side of the head as Louis grabs his leg and does alligator shit.
Perfect. We have a move. A custom move.
What?
Yeah, these are not normal folk, as you may have guessed. These are cackling fiends. So when you attack a cackling fiend with normal weapons, rather than the effects of your usual attack, refer to the results below. For a hand, close, or reach weapon, you roll plus strength. Be dex if it's precise. I mean, stones grabbed from the ground are not precise. So you're going to roll plus strength here, Chuck.
Okay. Do I have to?
You have triggered the move. So yes.
Ooh.
So because this is a custom move, Louis can't help me, right?
No, he's absolutely still helping. I mean, you're still fighting, right? I mean, I know it specifies hack and slash, but you are fighting with him. Yeah,
yeah,
it totally makes sense.
Right, so...
Okay.
Still a fail after all the math, because it's +2, whatever.
Okay, so on a miss, you deal your damage still, but I'm going to choose 2 options from the list below. The GM chooses these. You're already dragged to the ground, so that's not something we're going to go for. The fiend is going to gnash and scratch at you. He's going to deal damage back to you. Yeah, and we're going to... So, one of the options is he suffers a horrible wound, but laughs through the pain. But he can only choose that option once. Yep. Because you are going to bash him with this rock. I mean, you slam this rock into his face, and Louis grabs his leg, and you hear it just snap, right? And despite all that, like, his jaw is clearly broken, right? And his leg snaps, but he's just like laughs it off, bleeding and completely destroyed. But go ahead and deal your damage.
Oh, come on,
man!
I just want to say that I've rolled in these last 5 rolls. Aside from that wisdom one, everything else has been ones. Like, it's just been like snake eyes, ones, just one.
Guess I'm just lucky to have you with me.
Let me check 1 or 2 things real quick. I should have been doing this before.
Don't worry, Gorrlin's gonna help you.
Alright.
To get killed.
If you get killed, he'll help you, you know. Um, okay. And he deals his damage back. But like I said, they're just his hands and stuff. I mean, he's just like bashing at you and stuff. So, I mean, it's a D4 plus 2.
D4 plus 2. Good news is this can't kill me.
Okay, 5 damage. It's not piercing. He's just like tearing at your hair and like scratching at your eyes. And you like bash him in the face with this rock, and you hear like crunching bones and blood starts pouring out, and he just like spits like 3 or 4 teeth in your face. So Gorrlin, let's come over to you. What are you doing as these guys like bash into you? And you're kind of just in a pile of bodies like sprawling around. They aren't like taking you down tactically or anything. They just ran forward and like, ha, blam, smacked you, and they all go tumbling over every which direction.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fight with honor, because I still have some left.
Yes, yeah, roll that.
Constitution?
I think that's right.
I'm gonna roll the 6.
And you guys are doing really good.
Shut up.
Yeah, you hold 1 chi anyway, but your enemies already have the drop on you. I think that what we see is Gorrlin. What does it look like when you like prepare for a battle like this? When you gather your chi and stuff.
Oh, generally I make like a small posture, like stretch my arms and do a few circular movements with my hand, but I clearly couldn't do it very well right now. Under a mountain of people.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to make circles, but like my hands are hitting their faces, and they are cackling maniacally a little bit more. I find it funny for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, and you're like trying to get yourself like your katas or whatever. And what we see is like in the background, like the soldiers and the knight and stuff are trying to beat back these dudes who came running out. The hunters are taking shots at them and shooting them, and arrows are hitting them in the chest, and they're just like, nah, I guess that's a collapsed lung or whatever. But we see Bombing and Philmont in the back, and they've finished reloading their rifles, right? And they've got them raised up, and their Gorrlin is in their crosshairs.